Hi y'all, I'm Allison on a book break. I did it. I changed my channel name. I've been wanting to do this for about a year and I finally worked up the nerve and went ahead and did it. I'll be making the rest of the changes to the channel, banner, all of that stuff within the next week, hopefully. So if you're new here, welcome. If not, then thank you for coming back. We are obviously here to pick out the beginning of my TBR for November with the help of my Sims. All right, let's go right into game and see what the Sims are going to do to me this month. They were really nice to me last month. I'm hoping my streak will continue, but you never know what they're going to do. So once again, Goldie is outside waiting for us. Let's go ahead and follow her into Puck's house. Well, we'll find out what books I'll be reading. She is not happy. Maybe I need to give her a break. So here we are. Here's one of the kids coming down. That's Quince. Let's find a Puck. And we are skipping his childhood home because we are going to go there for December. He grew up in Willow Creek, which will be a better Christmas environment since we are over here in Oasis Springs, which is more of a desert climate, and we won't have any chance for snow. So I thought we'd save that for our Christmas episode. Okay, I've never seen this before. Got all these chairs, but he's going to read on the floor. Okay, A to Z author. I get to use the random letter generator. So Puck just decided to throw everything to randomness. So let's pull up a wheel and find out which letter I have to scour my bookcases for. Let's give it a spin and see what I'm going to get. W. All right. Okay. I think this works out really good. I think this gives me an opportunity to continue a series. Let me go check. It does. So we're going to take a field trip to Barnes & Noble to get the next book in the first edition Library Mysteries by Marty Wingate. I've really enjoyed part 1 and 2 of this series, and I'm looking forward to grabbing part 3. It came out last January, and I didn't even realize it, so I'm slipping. It's The Librarian Always Rings Twice. And this one, Haley is back. She is the curator for a golden age of mystery library that is in an old home of the deceased lady Georgiana Fowler. And now her nephew that Haley does not get along with has become her personal assistant. To make things even worse, some man shows up claiming to be the lost grandson of Lady Fowler, claiming he has been denied his inheritance. So all sorts of little drama ensues. The nephew is not happy about this. Haley is not sure what this is going to mean for the foundation. But before they can worry too much, this grandson shows up dead. And the nephew is the #1 suspect. Even though Haley doesn't necessarily like him, she can't believe he's capable of committing murder. So she's going to do what she can to solve this mystery. I'm looking forward to getting back into this. The vibes from this, it's so cozy and relaxing, and it should be a great way to ease into the holiday season. So, yay. All right, let's go back into game and see what else we're going to be doing. So in case you've never seen this before, all I simply did was have one of my Sims, who's an author, meaning Goldie, write some books, and she just named the title of the books with a reading prompt. Let's get his son, Quill. He's the oldest of all the kids. We'll have him come in and read something for us. 2022 TBR jar. I feel like we haven't pulled anything from a jar in quite a while, so hopefully I'll get a good one. Okay, we've got a little bit of a theme going here because we're going random again. Let's grab a book out of my little bag for the books that I've purchased this year. I have not updated, so hopefully we won't have to pull out 10 before I find one I haven't read yet, because I have been reading my new purchases, which is always a good thing. The Obsession series. I think this is Jessie Q Satanto, and I love her. The Obsession, Jessie Q Satanto, YA revenge thriller, and I'm excited for it. You may recognize her name as the author of Doll A for Aunties, which was incredible. This time we've got YA, a classic sort of love story, except someone may end up dead. Yes. Logan thinks he and Delilah are meant to be. Delilah doesn't know who Logan is. Logan believes that no one knows Delilah as much as he does, and he makes sure that by keeping an eye on her through hidden cameras, some may call him a stalker. He thinks it's romantic. Delilah, she's keeping secrets, deadly ones. There's much more to her than meets the eye. Logan is determined to make Delilah the heroine in his twisted fantasy tale, and he'll do anything to get what he wants. Delilah is sick of men controlling her, and if Logan won't leave her alone, she'll make him. I am so excited for this. Part 2 is The New Girl. I already have it. So, Jessie Q Satanto, thank you, Quill. Okay, let's go back into the game and see what's in store next. I am so hyped for this list so far. Let's find a Quark. Where is he? Sitting in the kitchen, chatting with his mom and brother. Okay, yeah. Let's have him go read something. I had a lot of fun building this house. Give you a glimpse of the downstairs while he's walking. And I would love to have this set up. The couch and the fireplaces and the bookcases. Which apparently they don't want to use these wonderful chairs. Start a new series. Just what I need. Okay, Quark. You know, starting another series in addition to that one. I was wanting to continue them, not add more on, but okay, if that's what you want, and that's what you will get. Let me see what I can find. Okay, we got another winner. Kimberly K recommended Mrs. Claus and the Santa Land Slayings. And I get to start this. So I'm going to save this for after Thanksgiving and get ready for December and Christmas. So I'll be reading this in the last week of November. And I am so excited. Another cozy mystery. And we've got Mrs. Claus this time. And the North Pole and Santa and everything. It'll be the perfect way to end November. So, and it'll be really good incentive to get through my list so I can not end up pushing this forward. I'm bad about this. I save the ones I'm most excited about for the end as a treat, and then I don't get to them. But it's not going to happen this month. It's the first Christmas in Santa Land for April Claus, the new wife of Nick Claus, Santa. But it may be her last if she can't find the villain with a killer Christmas wish. We've got a cantankerous elf named Giblet Hollyberry. How awesome is that? And he's killed, felled by a black widow spider that was in his stocking shortly after having an argument with Santa. So other than some mishaps caused by eggnog, there's not really any crime in Santa Land. But that doesn't mean that April Claus is buying that this was an accidental death. And her insistence may put Santa in jeopardy because everyone knows about the argument. I am looking forward to this. This will be another cozy mystery, and I am so feeling those lately. So, Kimberly K, thank you for the recommendation. I can't wait to jump into this world. Okay, this is going almost too well. Let's see if it'll continue. Go back in for, I believe it's Quahog is how you pronounce it. Okay, cross your fingers for me. And let's go get, I forgot how to pronounce this kid's name, Quahog. I'm assuming that's what it is. We'll have him pick a book and let's see if he will use a chair. What do you think? Here's the rest of the living room. Quite cozy. I'll give y'all a tour of the house as soon as we get all 5 of my books picked. And it looks like he's just going to stand there too. You silly Sims. Sign on the dotted line. A signed book or a book plate. Okay, it is Quahog, and that is an edible clam if you weren't familiar with it. Okay, signed. I have quite a few signed books thanks to the subscription boxes that I get, and I'm going to go with The Many Daughters of a Fong Moy by Jamie Ford. This is a beautiful exclusive edition from Once Upon a Book Club, adult version. We've got these end papers and some gold foiling on the cover. And hopefully it'll show up. There is a stenciled edge. So pretty. But what we're really looking for, it is signed. So most of their books come with a signed book plate, a sticker that you put in here. But this one is actually bound into the book. So I'm excited and nervous about this book. This is a generational story. I think it spans like 7 generations, and I think it's going to be a little hard-hitting and sad, and I haven't read one of those for a while, so it's a good thing I've got some cozy mysteries to bounce me back up. I am looking forward to this. So Dorothy May breaks her own heart for a living. That's how she describes her job. She is Washington's former post laureate, and she describes channeling her dissociative episodes and mental health struggles into her art. And her 5-year-old daughter starts exhibiting the same behaviors and begins remembering things from their past ancestors. The 5-year-old does. So we're going to have tales from all of the women. I think it's 7 generations. And it's going to be pretty heavy hitting from what I understand, because they're tracing to see if those mental health struggles have actually been passed down through the generations. I am really looking forward to it, but I'm a little scared of it at the same time, because I have a feeling it's just going to really give me a sucker punch, but we will find out. So has anyone else heard of this book? It's so beautiful. Let's move on and see if my last book will be something to bounce me back up. We're going to Quince, the little lady of the household. All right, we've got one last one. Let's get Quince. Oh, and by the way, I can't tell y'all how hard it was to find, 4 names beginning with a Q. So, yeah, not easy to do. The dad was into science and, I believe, cooking. Yeah, so I think all of their names, I tried to relate them to that. Finally, the child is a smart one. She knows how to use a chair. All in the Family. Title with any family-related word. I haven't gotten to do this prompt yet, and I think it's a fun one. So, anything that's a family member in the title. So, mother, sister, brother, dad, grandpa, uncle, all of that. And I am going with Cousins. The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. This one has been sitting on my shelf, just winking at me, going, read me. And I'm like, I will. And now, thanks to Quince, I get to. Families keep the best secrets, even from each other. Yeah. And honestly, with her books, I don't even need to know what it's about. I love them so much. These are YA mystery thrillers. So far, everyone that I've read has just been such a good time, and I am looking to find out what's going to happen in this one. So it's family first, always. But I have a feeling they're going to, I wonder if they're going to be turning on each other. Ooh, we've got 3 cousins, Miley, Aubrey, and Jonah Story. They've never met each other, and they've never met their grandmother, who, by the way, disowned all of their parents. But these 3 cousins now each receive a letter inviting them to work at her summer resort for the summer. So they're surprised and curious. So the parents, as far as they're concerned, there is no option. Each of their children are going to grandma's for the summer to work, because they're thinking maybe this will be the way to get back into her good graces. So All three cousins go along and they realize they're not there for what they thought. Grandma's going to be sharing all the dark, dirty family secrets. And I want to know them. So, yeah. Okay. A good way to end this list. Oh my God. Now they're going to use the couch. Silly Sims. Here was the living room. The little writing area over there. Personally, I wouldn't mind owning this home. They've got a full bathroom and their laundry room right over here. Here is their cozy eat-in kitchen with a big dining room table. Actually have the master bedroom. Let's follow him. You go back here. They have their science room and kind of all-around craft room in the back, or hobby room. Upstairs, there is bonus area, kind of the kids' playroom, the three boys' rooms, and then little Quince's room is on the other side, with a very colorful bathroom for her. Actually, there's two bathrooms, so they shared. Okay, now that the sun is up, y'all can see the outside, their backyard, which I love this. And they do too, because they eat a lot of their meals right here, and I can't say I blame them. Anyway, there's the back of their house and the rest of the outside. I did have fun building this one, and if you are a simmer and you want to download this, I will have the house name down in the description for you, and I'll try to remember to put it up here on the screen. All right, so let's give Goldie a break and let her just do what she wants to do for a change, and we will come back to them in December for Christmas. All right, I am also going to be participating in Completely Melanie's TBR Knockout, and our prompts for November have to do with time change. So I need to find a book with the word time in the title or the series name. And I'm going with Murder in Time, another mystery. This one is historical fiction. We have an FBI agent that is called to a disastrous raid at an English castle. Half of her team dies during this raid. During the course of it, Kendra gets pulled through a portal back to 16th century England at this very same castle. And apparently there was a murder there too. And she thinks there might be some link. So she's going to use her modern training to try to solve the case back in the 16th century. And she also has to try to find her way home. So, Murder in Time by Julie McElwain. And for my other one, I need a book with time travel. I'm going with another historical fiction, Confessions of a Jane Austen Addict by Lori Vera Rigler. Nice and short. We have a modern California girl nurses herself through her broken engagement with Jane Austen novels and a bottle of Absolute. She goes to sleep in her LA apartment. She wakes up in Regency era England. So now she's going to be a Jane Austen heroine herself. She's got to blend into society and figure out if this is just a fantasy or if this is reality, how she got there, and how she's going to get home. Of course, reading all the Jane Austen books didn't necessarily prepare her for the reality of life back then, like chamber pots and not having a modern toothpaste, all of those things. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. I read it a very long time ago, and I don't know how it'll hold up, but we will find out. Mysteries, thrillers, and a heartbreaker. Okay, I'm scared for December. I really am, because they have been nice to me now 2 months in a row. And if you've seen any of my other Sims TBR games, you know disaster is looming on the horizon because they love to toy with me. So if you want to see what they do to me next time, be sure and subscribe and keep an eye out for December's videos. That will be a Christmas theme. And of course, you don't have to wait till then for new stuff. I will have my Just Spin It game coming up, hopefully, this Sunday to find out what else I'll be reading in November. I hope y'all enjoyed this and have a wonderful November. And to catch you next time, y'all have a good one. Bye now.